everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunniva.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Trois Dice.
Yeah, we are doing a review of this title instead of a playthrough because a playthrough would probably be too boring to watch.
Yay!
But is it boring to play? That is what we're here to tell you, because not all games are good to watch, and is this good to play. So in the myriad of all of the roll and write games coming out, like all games have a roll and write now.
Yeah.
Castles of Burgundy, La Granja. Now it's coming I don't remember the name of the game, but all games I feel like is now having a roll and write. Imperial Settlers have a roll and write, and then we have
I'm blanking on roll and writes as we say them.
Yeah, Guns and Clever, Bricks, like all of the ones, and like a lot of German ones. There's just so many roll and write games, and do we need more? And when we get a new one, it should be new, it should be exciting, it should be something different, right?
Yeah.
So is this one? Let's talk about that. First, briefly what you do in this game. In Trois Dice, you are going to roll some dice. Each round is going to be 8 rounds in the game, and each round has 2 phases, a daytime and a night phase. Daytime and a night phase. You are going to have a day phase and a night phase. You are going to roll 4 dice like this. One is going to be the black one, and whenever the black one lands, you're going to place them like in the ascending order, and the black one is going to destroy one, so that is not available for that turn. So then every player is going to do an action with one of these. You can get resources, you can build 2 different buildings or 2 different kind of buildings in each color, and they're going to play some numbers here at the top that tells you which is which. This can be done in a couple of different ways during setup. And that is basically what you're doing. You will be building some buildings that will be getting you some bonuses. Those bonuses are usually resources or workers. The workers are basically points. And when you get an X amount of the different workers, you will get some bonuses for that. And some of the buildings also score you points at the end of the game. You're going to do that then 16 times, because day and an evening phase in each day, and in 8 rounds the game is going to be over, and then you're going to count the points, which is then point for the buildings if you have made the cathedrals for it, it's point for resources you have left, and then 1 point for each worker you have, and the player with the most points is the winner of Trois Dice. So first of all, like, it looks like Trois, like we love Trois. Trois is an amazing game. I really like it.
Yes.
It's so tight, the dice mechanic there, or where I have to really think about, okay, those dice that I rolled are not really mine, they're just cheaper for me to use. So that pool of dice is very interesting. It might be mean if you like it. Many people feel like it's a mean game because you can buy dice from other people.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never seen it like as a mean game, but this isn't a review of Trois. But I love Trois, and you also like Trois, right?
That is our where we come
getting from that. And so, like, there's 2 things there. Like, is it a good Trois game, and is it a good roll and write game? Because this could have been anything, really. It could have been like any theme at all. The thing they've taken in from Trois, let's talk about some of those things, like the colors of the dice that corresponds to different kind of things. Like the red is war and defense. The yellow is commerce, like commerce. I mean, with economics and getting bonuses for things, and the white is more like the priesthood, or you can getting points. Everything is about getting points, basically.
Yeah, but I like how they've tried to implement the core mechanics from Trois into this game. Like that you have to pay more for some dice than for others.
Yeah.
That you have to figure out which colors there are, that it changes up. I like that, and also how the red buildings kind of protect you from the war.
Yeah, because at the 3rd round and onwards, every time where you roll where the black die is ending, like here there will be a 5 on yellow, then the yellow 5 would be gone. It would be destroyed if you hadn't built a fortress to protect it, basically.
Yes.
So those are like the things that it takes from Trois. Does it feel like Trois?
No.
Do you feel like they have taken the essence of Trois?
No, I don't feel like I feel like I'm playing a completely different game. This is nothing to do with Trois.
I agree. I feel like it's just a roll and write. Like it could have been, as I said, anything.
Yep.
It could have been farming, where you wanted to protect the different crops from the birds, for example. Like it could have been anything, but that not a thing that we're gonna focus on because we don't really care about theme.
No, we don't.
Like but it didn't feel like it needed to be Trois Dice. Like I don't feel like it's the same symbols. You also have like a mini expansion where you can get some banquets and raids to basically give you some special abilities for the dice. More on that later. But it doesn't really feel like it is Trois.
But is it good either way? Because if it is good, I don't care.
That
you know?
is true. So then answer that question. Is it good?
Okay, there's so many roll and writes. Like,
Yes.
so many. And in the beginning of roll and writes,
Yeah.
I would think this was actually in. I don't want to like give the game a hard time, but it's about the demand, you know?
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
don't see why this needs to be a game. People have said that this is a complex roll and write game. Yeah, there's some decisions and there might be different things to go for.
Yeah.
But we have the same dice and
Yes.
options available every turn. So chances are that we're going to do mostly the same things.
Or if not mostly, then we're going to do a lot of similar things because we
Yeah.
have the same dice. You can do different strategies basically because you can turn colors into other colors
Yeah,
and
of
that.
course.
So you can do a lot of different things. But the fact is that I feel like everything you do is just circle something to get points.
Yeah.
And it's not very exciting, and it doesn't have that thing where it has some things like, for example, Harry, if I build this and this, I get 3 coins.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yeah, because that is the thing. Circling stuff is cool,
Yes.
and especially in some roll and write games, you have these cool combos that
Yeah.
when you get to this, then you get some other
Yes.
thing there, and it just like gives
Yeah.
you so many stuff at once, and that is really exciting. In this game, you get like one combo and you're done. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that is especially for games like Guns N' Clever,
Yeah.
where that is kind of the whole game, trying
Yes.
to get those combos rolling and get more stuff done. Here is just it doesn't feel exciting. It is just like there's nothing wrong about the game. Like
No, it
it's
works perfectly
functionally
fine, yeah.
working. Like it's not, oh, that's so unbalanced or that doesn't work, but it's not exciting. Like it's just, oh yeah, I have those dice. That is so. If this was a round, then this would
Yes.
cost 2. I would say, oh, it's a 5. That is good. Is it worth 2? I can build this. Is that good now? No, it's not. So let's instead do that. That costs 0. Maybe I will build that. Oh, that's nice. I will just do that then. And I don't really care that much because it's not a big thing. It's not important what I do. Like it is important, but it's not like oh, that's a neat thing, and then I can do that and that. Like there's no. I don't feel like I'm saying,
don't
oh, if
feel
I do that now, then I
like
can
that.
go ahead and oh, maybe if I get that die roll, I can be able to do this, and I need that dice. I just see what comes. I'll say, okay, what can I do with this?
And then let's talk about player count, because the box says 1 to 10,
Which is
but there
basically
is
1 to infinity.
Yeah, there's no player interaction
At all.
whatsoever. It doesn't matter what the opponents do.
At
the
all.
only thing that matters is how your scores compare at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So you can play with all of the people in this
In the
leaflet here,
universe.
actually.
Yeah.
And that is also one
And this
thing.
on a projector and just
Yeah,
play it.
and that might be cool, but for a game that in itself is not super duper exciting, then I get I can't even see what you're doing and be like, oh, you're going for that, then I have to do something
Yeah, because
else.
I don't care about
I
what
don't
you're
care
doing
what
because it
you're
doesn't
doing.
have anything to do with me.
Nope.
Because we don't mind low player interaction in games. We like a lot of games that has, as you say, multiplayer solitaire, where you just sit and do your own thing. But the fact that this is all simultaneous is something that makes me a lot less engaged, because in a normal game, like not normal game, but it's your turn. You do something. I'm like, okay, that was a cool move, and because you did that, I can do that, or you take a spot, or there's usually some interaction of some sort. But in some games, especially in simultaneous games, and this might just be me, but I get so disengaged because I have no idea what you're doing, and the game is going to be so long if I'm going, oh no, let's play it round by round. Let's see what you're doing
That
and I
would be
do.
horrible,
And
because it doesn't matter what you do for me anyways.
But then it would just be to be able to see what you did,
Yeah.
to get more engaged. Oh, you did that thing. But it's not exciting here. And we have seen in many roll and writes, for example, now Trails of Tucana,
Yeah.
which is mostly a do your own thing on a board. But you have some elements like first one to connect this and this, get some bonus points. And just a simple thing like that, which makes it so that you sometimes look up from the board and look at somebody and says, oh, you're getting close to that. I'm going to try to go here instead then. So just something that makes you a little bit excited for what the other player is doing, or a little bit interesting about what another player is doing. Because there's no reason playing this more than solo, other than having somebody to compare the score to.
Yeah.
And then I can just basically, okay, the average scores are between maybe 40 and 70. I can take a random number in Google and then just see what happens. Like,
Yeah.
There is no reason to play this with more than 2 players.
No, it's just someone who you have more people to win over when you play with more players. That's it. Basically.
That's the only thing. Like there is not a lot of negative things to say. Like there's not a lot about, oh, this is horrible.
No.
But there's nothing positive to say either. Like there is nothing here that makes me excited. There's nothing here that makes me go, oh, that's clever.
Are we into the final thoughts now, maybe?
The only thing, like I like kind of this thing where it destroys some of the buildings, but it's just random.
I like that it can vary. Oh, I've showed the one that didn't, but yeah, I like this simulation of being different colors on the
and
dice.
having different amount of the colors. Yeah,
I like that.
I agree.
That is the only thing that I can point to and be like, oh, I haven't seen that done.
Yes, I like that. That's the simulation of doing 12, having different amount of dice.
And other than that, I feel like I've seen this stuff a million times before. I have a bunch of clever roll and writes I rather want to bring to the table. For example, Trails to Tucana, which we both love. As I said I'm in the final thoughts now.
Okay, so let's do final thoughts. Let's do final thoughts. You can begin because you have already begun. Final thoughts time for this game. 12 dice, go.
Yeah, if this was like one of the first roll and writes we would get, I would be happy with it.
Yeah, because it was new. It was something different.
And in this huge world now of roll and writes, this doesn't stand out. This isn't engaging enough for me, and I would rather play something else.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the game because it works and it has mechanics that are solid and it takes a few implementations from Troyes. I can see that what they've tried to do with it. It doesn't go all the way for me.
No.
So I don't see why it exists, sorry. And I would rather, when people try to make a roll and write and base it on a really great game, that they do something better. Yeah, I would wish that. And I'm gonna rate it a 5.5.
Okay, so it's a bit above average.
No, that doesn't make sense. 5 then. It's an average game.
So
it's not below average, but it's just...
I didn't like this.
Uncompelling.
First time I played it, it was just felt so flat. Second time and onwards, it was okay because I knew what I was going into. But it's nothing here that makes me excited and nothing here that makes me want to go back. It's just, it's not horrible. Like I said, if you are a solo gamer and you love playing roll and writes and you play them all the time, maybe you will like the negatives to just do something different. But other than that, I can't see why anybody would be interested in playing this game. There's nothing interesting. It's just seeing the numbers, trying to do things. Sometimes I'm going to try to get these two now. And of course, there's some manipulation that is okay. You can change the color, change the numbers, and balance how many research do I want to get, how many of those do I want to get. But it's you have to see the dice, see what you can get, then try to do something. And none of it is exciting, which is the horrible thing. It's not a horrible game. It's just not fun. I'm going to give it a 4. Yeah. I do not think it's a good game. I think it's below average. I don't see why this needs to be published. It is published, but I don't recommend this game.
Yeah.
So that is the end of this review.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Selma.
And you have been watching Board Gaming Rambling on this very positive video. And bye-bye.